All right, on to the next one. I'm gonna do two of these. I'm gonna do the before age 59 and a half and then the earlier retirement years, and talk a little bit about important things to know. First off, if it's before age 59 and a half, you're trying to determine, should I put it in my 401k or not? If you need that money, do not put it into your 401k, because it's just never a time where you're gonna come out better tax-wise by taking money out of your 401k before you're allowed to, versus taking it out of a different investment. Because let's just say you put all your money in your 401k and now something comes up and you need to have that money. In that case, you're gonna be put at whatever tax bracket you are, which if you're working still could be a very high tax bracket, and you have to pay that 10% penalty. There's kind of two things. One thing is make sure you have enough money for emergencies, where you're not taking out your 401k, because you want to make sure that that 401k is not taken out until age 59 and a half. And do you have something that you know, like, hey, I have a big down payment on a house, as an example. 401k is not for that. So saving your money in the right areas for known things and also unknown things. Second is, once now you're age, say 59 and a half, you can start taking your money out of your 401k, you're retired. You got to be careful of large lump sums. And what I mean by that is that when you're taxed from your 401k, it goes into the progressive tax brackets just like your income. So if you take out a huge amount of money, say $500,000, it's as if you're making $500,000 and you're gonna put yourself in those high tax brackets. So you might be thinking, like, I'm gonna be paying 22% bracket, and you're gonna move yourself all the way up to the 32% bracket. Now, how do you work that you don't find yourself in that high bracket? Just make sure, if you wanna take that trip year one, that you have enough money saved outside of your 401k so you can take as much money as you possibly can from your 401k without putting into that high bracket, and the remainder money that you need can be used from investment that's not gonna be tied to your tax bracket, say a Roth IRA, or even like money in your brokerage account that's taxed on capital gains. You gotta be careful of large lump sums in early retirement, even after you've gone past the penalty stage. Also, the thing that's a tactical strategy that you may not think of is that during this age 60 to 65, it's very, very common where a person will find themselves in a tax bracket. And let's just say they're in the 22% tax bracket. I'm gonna make up an example where they have $20,000 more that they could have taken out of their 401k and still kept at that 22% federal tax bracket. Early in your retirement years, you now have the ability to efficiently move money from your IRA or 401k over to your Roth IRA. Now you're gonna be taxed on it, but you have complete control on the tax dollars or bracket that you fall upon. So in my previous example, the 20,000 is like, I'm gonna take 20,000 out now, pay the 22% rate, which I know that I'm gonna be subject to no matter what, and then convert to a Roth IRA, where then it grows there tax-free. So you can spend time moving money from your 401k over to your Roth IRA to start building up that Roth IRA from age, say, 60 to 65. So just because you haven't had the biggest Roth IRA or non-401k money earlier in your savings years does not mean you can't build that up. I see that as something that's very common. Like, through that first 5 to 10 years of retirement, all right, we're gonna move all the money we possibly can, pay the right amount of taxes, and then build up that other bucket of money that isn't all 401k. So those are some other, I think, kind of tax things, but situations that do happen that you gotta be careful to keep yourself out of, but also take advantage.